Kamara. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Perkins sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I'm going to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
Ready, 50, plant. Come on, QB, come on. Go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ready? 60, Pittsburgh.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
60 or. Pick it up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, let's get set.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now he'll escape to his right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Ready, break.
52's the mic. Right here, right here.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running right, this is Freeman. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check. Lucky. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
57. Mike,
10.
They'll go with Jones. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
He's checking crack. Check 24. Check 24. Check 50.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He's at the 50, the 30, and all the way down to the 26. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This pass into the arms of Snead, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. He's going to take it, and he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break. Perkins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
60-yard.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. Freeman a first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll go again to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Perkins escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Off play action. Perkins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it with Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Hey, Alpha! 26 Mike, all day, punt! Get it!
They'll set up to throw. And he fires. here's one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. A 10th carry for Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
We call that a sack.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for New Orleans, it's a